Update run mode in UFT or Unified Functional Testing. So that is the topic of this tutorial video. Update run mode in UFT or Unified Functional Testing. So in UFT, there are different types of run modes. In terms of speed, there are two types of run mode. One is called normal run mode, other one is called a fast run mode. In terms of script update availability, there are three different types of run mode. Those are run mode, update run mode, and maintenance run mode. Also, there is a run mode called debug run mode. So out of these different types of run modes, I will give hands-on example in this tutorial video about update run mode. That is the topic of this tutorial video. In terms of speed, and there is fast run mode and there is normal run mode. In terms of script update availability, there will be run mode, maintenance run mode, and update run mode. So out of these, I will give hands-on example about update run mode. Before I give hands-on example of update run mode, I need to have one script ready. So I will make the script ready first. So I have one UFT script that has two lines. The first line, this line, close this Windows application. This is a Windows-based application. This is a sample application. And when this line number 1 executes, then script will close this one. And when this line number 2 executes, then script will open this one freshly. Now if I go to the object repository, I will see there is no object in the object repository, in the local object repository. If I go to the shared object repository, I can see no shared object repository has been associated with this test. Since the local object repository is empty, I will add 3 objects into this local object repository. This edit box, and this button, OK button. These are the 3 objects I will add to the local object repository. So first I will open local object repository. Local object repository is empty. Now I will add. So I'll click on add objects to local. Click there. Click here. Object repository will give me suggestions about which object to add. Agent name. This is the object I want to add. Add to repository. I will click on OK. Once I click on OK, this object will be added to this repository. So I'm clicking on OK. It is adding. It got added. If I click on highlight in application, it will say this is the object I have added to the local object repository. Now I will add another one. I will also add the password field. So I will click add objects to local. I'll click here password field. It is adding. Password field also got added. If I click on highlight in application, it will highlight which object has been added. This object OK button is disabled, so I will write manually John, and I will also write HP, so it becomes enabled. So now this object is enabled. Color has been changed from gray to this color. Now I will add this object also to the local object repository. So I will click on add objects to local and click on OK. It is adding. I will click on OK. It is adding to the local object repository. The OK button is adding. So it got added. Now if I click on, this one is selected. So now if I click on highlight in application, it will show which one got added to the local object repository. So 3 objects I have added in the local object repository. Now, if I run it, let me see first. Local object, the OK button, what is the make class name, or the class name is WPF button. And this button, WPF button, added text property and dev name property. Dev name property and text property, these 2 description properties added to the object repository. But if I do the object spy, click here, object spy. Now I'm clicking, I will click on the OK button. I'm clicking on the OK button. This is the OK button. I clicked. Now I will see the properties list. In the properties list, it is coming. The properties list is coming. The object of clicking on the OK button is to see the list. So I got the list. In the list, I can see there are total 22 properties. 22 properties from here. This is class name, apps X, apps Y, attach text, can focus, class name, dev name. So there are total 22 properties in the list, but only 2 are added here for WPF web button. WPF web button. WPF web button. For this make class, for this WPF web button, only 2 added, even though there are 22 properties. Why 2 added? Now let me do another one. This is the make classes button, WPF button. Closing the object spy. Now these 2 are web edit, WPF edit, not web edit, WPF edit. So this one, WPF edit, it added 3 properties, 3 description properties. Password, also I can see WPF edit. For this make class or for this class type, only 3 added. This one also has 22 properties. If I do the object spy, clicking on object spy, clicking on object spy. Now I will be clicking on this button, WPF button. So WPF edit, that is the button. The list is getting ready for us to view, still in progress. Now it is ready, I believe. Now it is ready. So this property has also 22 properties. If I count, then I will see there are total 22 properties in this list. This is the properties list. These are the properties and these are the corresponding values, but only 3 are added in the description properties. Even though there are 22 properties, but only 3 are added. So why? I'm closing the object spray again. WPF edit 3 added in the description properties, even though there are 22, only 3 added. For this OK button, that is WPF button, this is a button. For this class, only 2 are added. Why? Because in the test setting, that is how we have defined in the test setting. If we go tools, object identification settings, and the environment is WPF. W for Windows, P for presentation, F for foundation. WPF means Windows Presentation Foundation, WPF. So I will be, this is not a web application. This is a Windows based application. So I will be selecting this one. I'm selecting this one. Now I can see WPF edit button and WPF button. So I'm going to WPF button. WPF. This is the WPF button. Only 2 were selected here. That's why 2 were selected here. In the object identification settings, I said that if the MIC class name is WPS button, if the MIC class name is WPS button, then when I record in object into the local object repository, or when I add object to the local object repository using add object to local option, then it will be adding this too. That is how I defined in the object identification settings. And if it is WPF edit button, this one, then there will be 3. Right now, since this is WPF button, so I clicked on this WPF button, so it added this to text, dev name. Now I'm going to this password field, that is WPF edit. It added 3. If I go and see what is the object identification settings, WPF edit, there are 3 added. Dev name, text, visible. So when I recorded, that time it matched. Now I will update this. Now that, no, before that, let me run the script. To run the script, I will add this line to the script. This is John. Password is HP. And click, I do not want to click, so comment it out this line. Now, if I run in normal run mode, the script will not update anything. It will run as it is. It will run whatever object is the object, whatever object is in the object repository, however it is, it will run as it is. and it will close this window, open a new one, and enter John in the user ID field and HP in the password field. That is what the script will do now. And if I see the object repository, this object has two properties, I believe. Let me check again. I'm opening the local object repository. This OK button has two properties added to the object repository, and this password button has three properties added to the object repository. And also the same way in the setting, also the same way setting and object repository is matching. This whatever is mentioned in the object identification settings and whatever is in the local object repository are matching at this time. It's a match. So now I will be running the script. I will be running the script in local normal run mode. The script should close this application. It did. It should open a new one. It did. It should enter John in the username field. It did, and it also entered HP in the password field. Now script execution will end. The script execution ended. Now if I go to the object repository, and this password field has three properties. I want to change this. I do not want to have three. I want to have five instead of three. Right now there are three. When I recorded or when I used add object to local, at that time script added these three properties. But now I have changed my mind. I want five. Instead of three, I want five properties to be here. So if I go to the object identification settings, tools, object identification settings, and the environment is WPF. So I will be choosing WPF. WPF. Now this is WPF edit. So I'm clicking on WPF edit. This one and this one matching. WPF edit to WPF edit. There are three now. But I want five. So I will be adding two more here. I'll be adding two more here. So maybe I will add name. You can add name. So name will be here. And I will add parent text. So I am adding two more. So it should come up here if everything is okay. It came up here. So now it's not matching. In the object repository, there are three. Now there are five in the object identification settings. For WPF edit, for this class, now I want five properties to be added instead of three. Now it is not matching. Now if I run in normal run mode, a script will not update the object repository. But if I run in update run mode, a script will update the local object repository and it will match the object identification settings. So since I have modified the object identification settings, so whatever is written in the identification settings, that will be matched if I run in update run mode. So if I run in normal run mode, there will be 3 only after script execution. But if I run it update run mode, there will be 5 after script execution. A script will automatically update the object repository matching object identification settings. It will match the object identification settings. It will update the local object repository to match the object identification settings if I run in update run mode. So first I will run in local run mode, normal run mode, so that there will be no changes. WPF, let me run in Notepad. I can. Notepad is opening. WPF edit. That is the MIG class. That is the MIG class. And currently 3 properties in the local object. Yeah. And 5 properties in the object identification settings. So it's not matching. In local object repository, there are 3 properties for this MIG class and 5 properties for the object identification settings. Now if I run it in normal run mode, a script will just run the script, it will not update anything. But if I run in update run mode, a script will update the local object repository to match object identification settings. So first I run the local normal run mode and expectation is there will be no changes. So I previously in the object identification settings there were 3, now there are 5. I'm clicking on OK. And I just close the local object repository. Now if I run the script, normal run mode, this is the normal run mode I'm running. Just to be over sure, click here and choose the normal run mode. So a script will just run the script. A script will not modify the local object repository. It will not modify anything. It will just run as it is when I run in the normal run mode. So let me see the script execution. A script will close this Windows application. Now it will open a new one. Now it will enter John in the username field, password in the username field. And the script execution should end now. Script execution ended. Now if I go to the local object repository and check the password field on 1, 2, 3, 3 properties, WPF. Before execution, there was 3 properties in the local object repository. 3 properties in the local object repository. So no change in the local object repository. And in the object identification settings, there are 5. In the object identification settings, there are total 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5. There are total 5. Now, if I run in update run mode, a script will update the local object repository, and matching object identification settings means after the script execution in update run mode in the local object repository, instead of 3, I will have 5 now after the script execution. So now this time I will run in update run mode. Update run mode. Update run mode. I'm running in update run mode. Just to be over sure. From the drop down list, I have chosen update run mode. Now I'm clicking running. A script is running. So a script will close this window, open a new one, enter John in the username field, enter HP in the password field, and then script execution will end. Script execution ended. Now let me check the local object repository. Password. WPF. Now there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go here, for WPF edit, before execution, before running the script in update run mode, 3 properties were in the local object repository. For the password field, 1, 2, 3 were there, and 5 were in the object identification settings. But after running the script in update run mode, it's not 3 anymore. Now it is 5. It's not 3 anymore, it is 5 now. So the local object repository has been updated along with running the script. So that is the update run mode. So update run mode will update the local object repository matching the object identification settings along with running the script. A normal run mode will run the script as it is. It will not update anything. So update run mode, this is what I give hands-on example, that the local object repository will be updated and the script will match the local object repository with object identification settings. That is what I have done. Update run mode does 3 things. So I have given one hands-on example. Now I will give the second one's hands-on example. Active screen image. Active screen image that I will not be able to show right now. So active screen right now, since I did not record these 2 steps, I did not record. I used add object to local and then drag and drop. So if I recorded, what if I recorded, then I would have active screen here. Since I did not record, Therefore, that will not be shown here. So if I run the script in update run mode, the active screen will also be updated. Let me, instead of this, let me record. That's fine. I will not show this one. This one I will not show. I just give a theoretical. If I record this two line, then active screen will be recorded. Now if I run that in normal run mode, then active screen will not be updated. But if I run in update run mode, then as active screen's picture, whatever photo is taken here, will be updated with the new one. And then the third one is expected checkpoint. Expected checkpoint value. So let me run the script and add one checkpoint and give hands an example on that. So now I will run in normal run mode, or maybe I run just one line. Instead of running everything, I will just run the line number 6. Run from step 6. So it will run just this line number 6, means clicking on the OK button. The script will click on the OK button. The script should click on the OK button. It did. An application got logged in. The script execution will end now. The script execution ended. Now I will record one checkpoint. So this is called expected checkpoint value. So I need a checkpoint first. So I will record one checkpoint. I clicked on record. Now I will click insert checkpoint. There are so many checkpoints, so I will choose the standard checkpoint. And I will click on John Smith. Click on OK. And in the properties, I will also choose name property. Click on OK. Checkpoint properties. Checkpoint got added. So let's stop recording. So I added one checkpoint. Since I recorded, it also record the active screen. This is the checkpoint that I recorded. Now if I select the checkpoint, right click on the checkpoint, click on checkpoint properties, Instead of John Smith, it says John Smith, but I want, instead of John Smith, I want MD Shahajada Imran. So instead of John Smith, I want MD Shahajada Imran. That is the expected value. That is what I expect. So I will click on OK. This is the expected value. Expected value. The expected checkpoint value. This is one expected checkpoint value. I'm expecting that MD Shahajada Imran will be the value of the name property. So I'm clicking on OK. Now if I run in normal run mode, since MD Shahajada Imran is not here, the script will fail. But if I run in update run mode, a script will update the checkpoint and a script will say that John Smith is the expected value. So first I run in normal run mode so that checkpoint will be failed. I'm running in normal run mode. Before that I put the synchronization point here. Wait 7 seconds. I do not want a script to fail because of the synchronization. So I just put a 7-second wait. Now I will run in normal run mode. Running in normal run mode. A checkpoint will fail because in the application John Smith will be showing, but I am expecting MD Shahajada Imran. Since expectation and actual are not matching, a checkpoint will fail. Now a script is running. A script will close this window, open a new one, enter John in the username, HP in the password, click on OK, and it will check the name. Script is checking if MD Shahajada Imran is written or not, or the name property value is MD Shahajada Imran or not. If not, then a script will show the checkpoint failed. Script failed. It failed. It failed on the standard checkpoint. It failed on the standard checkpoint. Expected MD Shahajada Imran. I was expecting MD Shahajada Imran, but actually came John Smith. So checkpoint failed. Now if I run in update run mode, a script will automatically update this. It will remove MD Shahajada Imran, put John Smith and make the checkpoint pass. So that is what it is. Expected checkpoint value. It will update the expected checkpoint value. So it will, this is the expected checkpoint value. This is the expected value. It will update, it will remove MD Shahajada Imran, put John Smith, and then it will be passed because expected and actual are matching. John Smith, John Smith. So now let me run it update run mode and see if this checkpoint passes or not. And this has been removed automatically, everything. Instead of I manually remove MD Shahajada Imran and put John Smith, uh, if I run in update run mode, the script will do that automatically. So I'm running in update run mode. Update run mode. A script opened the new application, entered John in the user name field, password in the password field, clicked on OK. Now, since a script will check if MD Shahajada Imran is there, if not, then since a script is running in update run mode, it will change the expected checkpoint value. The script is running, and the script passed this time. It did not fail. And the checkpoint, it update description, John Smith. So since I ran the script in update run mode, a script removed MD Shahajada Imran from the checkpoint and put John Smith there. And after that script, a checkpoint passes. So that is what the third thing. When I run in update run mode, a script will update the local object repository matching object identification settings. It will replace the images in the active screen, and also it will update the expected checkpoint value. So I have given hands-on example for this one and this one. This one I did not, because I did not record these two steps. These three steps I did not record. I used add object to local option and then drag and drop from the local object repository to here. Therefore, there is no active screen. If I recorded this one, so if I put cursor here, I can see active screen. I can see the picture or photo for this line, but I do not see any photo for this line because I did not record these three. I drag and drop from the local object repository. So I have given hands-on example of the update run mode, and this information update run mode does these three things, that is written in UFT's official website. So thank you for watching.